Hi there, everyone. Well, I got this big old frog here from over at my ex's house. I had to go over and deal with an emergency flooding of one of her koi ponds, and I noticed this resin frog out there. I had never seen it before, and I thought it'd make a pretty good scan subject, so I snagged it and brought it, and I've been scanning it with other brand scanners. And this is the lizard scan. I wanted to run this just regular speed. I didn't slow it down, speed it up, alter the speed in any way. Straightforward. You can zip through it if you want, but I just thought I'd show you my fiddling around with CR Studio and learning the controls and the functionality of the features. I just wanted to give you an idea of my setup there. Put the frog on the turntable, and so I've already done the scans, and you see I had several scans already prepared. I did it this way so you could see each one individually. And I missed some areas there, as can happen when it's on a turntable and you don't quite get the right angle at the right point in the rotation of the turntable. But I'm still playing around with my techniques with this particular scanner. I found that they're all different. A lot of people that have a lot of scanning experience with industrial scanners or other brands of the, I don't want to say hobby grade because it makes it sound not so capable when you say hobby. But these are the individual scans I collected, scan segments I call them, I guess. And I wanted to learn to use Studio. I saw a lot of people saying that they couldn't combine multiple scans, that once they got past the first two that everything got screwed up. And by the way, I've already cleaned these up a bit, cut out all the stuff, the extraneous stuff, but there are still some little dots and specks here and there. There's one right there, and I decided to go in and cut that out while I was doing this. That's one nice thing. I can do it right there. I guess it could still be tightened up a little bit software-wise, but I'm no expert, so I'm not one to judge. I'm one to learn. I like to try to learn a tool the way it is, how it's built, and try to accommodate it. I hate trying to force things, and so I try to be flexible on my side, and accommodate the application, or accommodate the hardware, or accommodate whatever it is. When I do repairs, I still do some television repairs, and my philosophy is I'm not in there by brute force. I'm in there in a cooperative attitude. I want the thing to show me what's wrong with it. See, now I just decided to go to auto. I don't want to do it, and I'm ticking the wrong button here. See, I keep ticking on a line up there, and I'm already in that mode. So I keep ignoring the one at the bottom by the model. I guess because the model was hiding it. Now I'll finally notice it. And tick the right one. After I fiddle around here a little bit, I just wanted to see what happens if I could. I'm just looking for changes here. I guess I'm trying to break the software. We had a guy, there we go, I finally found it. We had a guy I worked with at the medical plant, and whenever we would design software, hardware, whatever it was, a system, whatever it was, we go get Dan. We go get Danny and have him come in and check it out. And I swear that guy, within a few keystrokes, he could crash a program that somebody had spent months debugging. Just cracked us up. Anyway, back to the subject here. I guess here I'm waiting for something. It may be processing. I can't see all the things that are going on because my screen recorder doesn't capture everything, the drop down windows and that kind of thing. Here I'm pretty sure I'm examining it to see what I missed. Getting a look here. I must be waiting for it to finish. I keep saying that, and then the cursor moves. It's kind of hard to go back and remember what was happening at that particular instance. I guess I decided here to try to fill in some holes there that I didn't catch on the first few hand scans. And of course this screwed it up somehow or another. It initiated another hand scan 1. And I thought I was going to get a hand scan 5, but I went ahead and collected it anyway. And I could probably go back and figure out how to get it merged into the file to take apart, to take up that space there that I was missing. So this is what I'm doing here, going back and trying to really concentrate on the areas that were missing in the aligned models, where the scans were, the hand scan 1 through 4 were aligned. So yeah, I'm picking that up there so that of course I'm gonna have to chop that stuff off, but that's all right. Every time you perform an action, it tightens up that muscle memory so that the next time it's easier. Now see, I'm just learning to use these editing tools because this software works differently from what I've been using for the last year plus with the other brand. They both have their qualities. I'm kind of getting a little more familiar with this one, and for me, I think the learning curve is not as steep with the Lizard because I already have a year plus worth with the Rebel points, so I'm already a little bit of a leg up on it. And when I started out with the Pops, the software was not nearly as robust as it is now. Same with the Lizard, that CR Lite wasn't so great, so I set the Lizard aside for quite some time. But now I'm getting excited about it again because it can do things that were very difficult for me to do before. I have a few other projects I want to try with the Lizard and see how they do. For one, I've been working on a scan of a walker. My son has been dependent on a walker for the last 7 years, and he's finally getting surgery and going to have his hips fixed. So I want to make a scan of one of his old walkers. I have it all prepped and painted and all that. I've been working on it with the other scanners and got bits and fragments, but I have hopes that once I get this Lizard under control and develop some little tricks for it, like I did with the Pop scanners, I'll be able to get a good scan of that walker and print out a piece of jewelry. I'll print it out in resin in one of my high resolution printers. There I'm editing out all that junk that I picked up, of course, by by inserting that other scan, and now you see I have one named hand scan 1 again, so that's not going to work too well, I don't think. I'm just trying to trim out around the feet there. I haven't learned how to do the basement selection yet. That's I tried and tried and tried, and so as always, I find a way around it, a workaround that I can use to get it done. I've repaired televisions for over 50 years, and most of the time, that's my philosophy. Just find a way to get the thing done and move on to the next one. But as I said, every time you do something, you learn another little quirky thing about it, and the next time is more successful. And I've noticed that you reach little plateaus in your progression where you look back and, geez, I've really come a long way now. I'm on another level right now. This is another major plateau, and then you explore that mesa, that plateau that you're on for a while, with the skills, your skills at the level they are, and you eventually develop an ease and a comfort with those, and then next thing you know, you're on another plateau. Learning is just such an incredible experience. And once you learn something, it's yours, belongs to you. Yeah, see here I'm playing around trying to get that latest one integrated, and it's just all jumbled up here. Yeah, I'll take what I have and we'll process that. Excuse me. I like the way things are laid out here, so that you can save your project and come back, load the thing back up, and it's all right there. You can backtrack and you can reprocess things. You can go back and retrim your files and process them again. It's kind of neat. Yeah, I see we're at the 12.5-minute mark here. This will go on for a while. And this, by the way, is done on my my new little mini PC. Whoops. I don't know what happened there. What a mess. Well, let's see, what do I do? I just use the undo. Nice to have an undo. I used to always tell people the first thing I do when I try out a new piece of software is look for the undo button. So if I just start it again. Fiddling around again to see what does what. Yeah, we don't want that. Yeah, I thought maybe if I spun it around but it might have something to do with the fact that they both have the same, well, I don't know, I can't say that they both have the same file name because I didn't even have that one turned on. Fiddling around some more. Making sure that all my stuff is still there, I guess. I'll get them all in there. Except for that. I'll take it. I just want to get it done. Let's see. I can't get that one to align with the other ones. It's something I'll have to figure out later. I just wanted to show you this for the ones that are having trouble with multiple files. You can see what I did. I somehow backed out of the scan I was building and ended up doing another hand scan instead of appending to the ones I already had going. So it started naming them over again, which tells me there's something different about it. Just make sure it's aligned. And I apologize to those of you who are way more advanced than I am. I'm just, this is my hobby, so I like to display what I'm doing. Clumsy as I am, inexperienced as I am, newbie that I am. So, you know, this is going to suit my needs because I like printing miniatures. And you saw at the beginning, this resin frog is it's a decent sized frog, but the details just really pop when you shrink it down to like 25% scale. I like to do that, print them out in numbers, and then hand them out to people I encounter when I'm out and about in town. I live way out in the boonies in the desert, so I go to town once or twice a week and get groceries, that kind of thing. I like to have a pocket full of little miniatures to give to people. My favorite is prints of my little sculpted hand. I sculpted a little hand when I was ill a few decades ago, and it turned out pretty nice. And one of the first things I scanned when I got into 3D scanning was that hand, and printed a bunch of them in different colors and different sizes, and settled on one particular size that I printed a couple of hundred of, and I kind of saturated the area with them. And lots of businesses say, "Oh, you're the guy that makes these. Oh, now I know where they came from." It's pretty neat. So now, instead of knowing me as the TV guy, a lot of places in town know me as the 3D guy. Right now, during the processing, there's that big window over everything that shows the graphic that I was showing in the beginning when it was processing. That video I shot was when this stuff right here was processing. But you can't see the graphic with my screen capture. That's why it's sitting there. There we go. There's the finished frog. I think it looks pretty good myself. Pretty good. Well, it's still processing. I guess the window is still there. It's just that it's at this point in the processing. I don't mean the window. I mean the big black square that covers most everything, with the graphic going on, showing you the different stages of the processing. But right now, it looks like, yeah, that was simplifying. That's what it was doing. You could just see it change on the model there. And you see it filled in those holes there that I didn't quite capture, that I was trying to fill in on that last hand scan that failed, that didn't align. I'll get better at it. This is just my first session with it, so I mean, I've done other scans with CR Studio, don't get me wrong, but this is the first time I've done a session where I've cleaned up and combined multiple scans. I've usually taken them out into another piece of software and, you know, process them there because I know how to use it. But I use what I know how to use until I learn something else. Getting close to the end here. There, it must have finished. Spin this around for you. I think. Oh, I think I was saving the file maybe. Well, there you go. Scan of the frog with the lizard. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next scan. Subscribe if you'd like to, and like if you'd like to. That's the area I was talking about right there.